Hey guys, we're continuing this series, Smart Money Moves for Pre-Retirees. As always, this is not financial investment or tax advice. It's just for education only. So the topic of today's conversation is Social Security retirement benefits. The fact remains that many Americans are going to rely on these benefits to be a substantial portion of their income in retirement. I want to give you three categories or lenses to think about when you're thinking about planning for this in your retirement years. Number one, were you married or are you married? How you answer that question is going to determine how you might want to plan for Social Security retirement benefits. So if you're married, you can have what's called a spousal benefit, which means that you draw Social Security benefits based off the income of a spouse, not just your own earnings record. So you need to look at things like, what did I make versus what did my spouse make? What is the age difference between myself and my spouse? And how do we view this as a couple? If you were previously divorced and you were married for a set number of years, you may also be able to draw Social Security on an ex-spouse. Number two, how does Social Security play into your larger portfolio of income in retirement? The reason I bring that up is because usually the math answer is if you live long enough, you should wait until age 70 because that is the maximum benefit that Social Security is going to accrue in your lifetime. However, if longevity is at risk, meaning you don't live as long as you think you do, or you have other portfolio income sources that are more volatile, it may benefit for you to draw Social Security earlier because then you are going to mitigate some of that sequence of return risk that exists in your portfolio. So looking at your buckets, how have you saved? What are your savings vehicles? And how might you make that decision? Number three, looking at Social Security as a business owner. I know that seems strange. And if you're watching this and you own a business, you know you pay self-employment tax. Now, what is self-employment tax? Well, 12.4% of it is you putting into the Social Security system. So when you set your wages, even so say you are an S corporation and you pay yourself a reasonable wage, you need to really think about what should I actually pay myself because I am going to potentially be paying into a system that is going to give me some Social Security retirement benefits. Now, there is a trade-off here about what is your current financial situation? How much do you have saved? How much do you want to live on in retirement? What is the makeup of my business? How am I going to reinvest the profits, etc.? It's a very, very hard decision, but I think it's something you should think about. And in this category, again, is if you have a spouse that has not worked, I want to say one thing about this, that the way Social Security is actually calculated for retirement benefits, it disproportionately will benefit those that have less earnings, meaning you can replace more of your income even if you've made less. Hope it's helpful. I'll see you next time.